Okay, we're in now week number 10, and the news is not getting any better for our New York Giants as we have now dropped our 5th straight game of the season to fall to 3-5. And before we get too much into it, let's see what the weekly recap tells us, and then we'll fill in the blanks after. So let's check out the weekly recap.
Halfway home. Hi everyone, Scott Hansen here, and this is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for week number 9. Lots to get to. We'll start in Philadelphia. The Eagles at home to take on the New York Giants. And it's the Eagles' defense that comes up with the big play here. They force the interception. They've got room. They're
Oh boy.
all the way. Pick 6 for the touchdown. The Eagles close out the first half of the season with a victory as they move to 6-3 on the year.
It's ugly. And it ain't getting any better.
Next up, let's look in on the Texans and Chargers out at SoFi. And this is Quentin Johnston. He's going to haul it in middle of the field, and from there, it's a foot race, and they won't catch
Oh, man.
it. 69 yards for the touchdown catch. The Chargers walk it off. They win in overtime. It is that time of year.
Hey, look, we made the weekly recap for a trade.
Just under the wire as we check out the Week 9 trade report. The big name on the move? Without question, it's this man. He's headed to the Giants as they try to fortify their offensive line, and this is a big-time addition in that regard.
I believe it should have been the other way.
Number 9, players rounding into midseason form. Let's name our EA Sports Player of the Week. And we will applaud the efforts of this man, Trevor Lawrence. He was outstanding in the win at Baltimore, running the offense as well as can be with 4 touchdown passes.
Oh, the Ravens are 1-8, huh? Ouch.
Back to 500, they move to 4-4 with this victory. And briefly, a look here at the full quartet of offensive and
I'll say we saw that I think they were slated to have the number 1 pick, and that's why. MVP race, Dak Prescott, huh?
Our leader to this point, none other than Dak Prescott of the Cowboys. Statistically, this has been one of his.
Look at that trio.
And after all he's been through in Big D, you know this would be sweet. A final look now at the rest of the scores from Week 9. Pittsburgh and Tennessee not pictured there on the midseason bye. So that'll do it for us and for the first half of the NFL's regular season. It's going fast. Until next week, Scott Hansen saying goodnight from Orlando.
KK saying, it's my guy Baker. I love to see it. All right. I realized that I forgot to update the ticker, and I'm sorry. I try to do this before we start recording for YouTube, but so let's get this updated really quickly. So we are now into week number 10. Let's see. Dallas is now 7-2. Philadelphia is 6-3, and both the Commanders and the Giants are 3-5. And then we're going to look at the stats. I don't really have any news stories to put there, so we're just going to look at the stats real quick and look at our leaders. We probably should have done a stats look after, like, throughout the league, but all right. So Jackson Dart is now still at 61% completion percentage. He's got 1,648 yards, 4 touchdowns, and now 12 interceptions. Rushing, Scattaboo is 116 carries for 652 yards and 9 touchdowns. Our leading receiver is Darius Slayton, 37 catches for 468 yards, no touchdowns. And then on the defensive side, our leading tackler is Tremaine Edwards, who has 67 total tackles, 30 solo tackles. Oops. I force a habit to change that. I still haven't figured that out yet. Sacks. Abdul Carter still leading the way with 6.5. I almost did it again. And oh, I was like, wait, where did our other guy who had 3 interceptions go? That's right, we traded him. We traded Newsome. So Edmonds now is our lone fella with 3 interceptions. All right, so that should be good. So now if we refresh the ticker, it is now up to date. All right. So again, going back to that week 9 game against the Eagles, we were actually ahead 10-0 at the end of the first quarter, but then it all kind of fell apart. The Eagles started to pull it back together, combined with 2 just atrocious turnovers from Jackson Dart. One was a fumble, and then an interception that was returned for a touchdown, and the Eagles were off to the races and en route to a 45-20 victory. Before that game, it was the week 9 is the trade deadline. We made a few deals.
Has agreed to terms on a contract extension that will likely keep him and his quarterback.
Thank you, Scott Hansen. Appreciate that. We made some trades. We traded Newsome. We traded Baker. We traded Glasgow. We traded. Who else did we trade? We traded one of our defensive tackles, and really we fortified our draft stock. So coming into the season, we only had 5 draft picks. We had all of our original picks minus our 4th and our 7th. Not in the depth chart. So if we go in the roster, now we have our 1st, our 2nd, Seattle's 2nd, our 3rd, Baltimore's 4th, who right now they could potentially be picking 1st, Las Vegas's 4th, and they're picking. So look at that, 2 high 4ths that we picked up. Our 5th, Chicago's 5th, Seattle's 5th, Vegas's 6th, Minnesota's 6th, and our 6th. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I lost count there. But yeah, so we went from only 5 picks to 12 picks. So we are loading up to try and make some moves here in the draft, because this season looks like it is probably a lost cause. So that's where we're at there. We have also are going to be making some changes to our sliders. We're now 8 games through, and essentially the assessment, as I've been working through ChatGPT, will give you the quick and dirty assessment. Clock and pass protection remain strong. Combined rushing efficiency remains consistently high across 4 game blocks. Overall interception rate is elevated despite the imbalance switching sides between checkpoints. So essentially, our defensive interception rate was high in the first 4 games. The opponent's was high in the second 4 games. Penalty frequency improved modestly, but common penalties remain underrepresented. Weekly advanced injuries continue at an excessive rate and are strongly suspected to be practice related. So adjustment. So we're going to go into, because I did this in the main menu, but I've realized that as we were talking that I forgot to do this here. So if we go into gameplay sliders, so we are adjusting run blocking down from 50 to 47, and we're doing that both for, not pass blocking, run blocking. And then also interceptions are going from 50 to 45. And then penalties. So false start and holding are both being increased up to 80. And defensive pass interference is going up to 75. So everything else is staying the same. So that is, so again, this is where we're at. And if you're watching this on YouTube, there is a link in the description that will give you a link to the tracking spreadsheet that shows the settings for what we've done. This is now what we're calling 1.2. So pass blocking is still up at 55, run blocking down to 47, interceptions down to 45. And then for penalties, we have offside staying at 55, false start up to 80, holding up to 80, face mask staying at 55, DPI up to 75, illegal block in the back staying at 60, and roughing the passer staying at 50. So that is where our settings are at. KK says, I'm liking the draft capital we got. Any idea so far what position / player you plan on targeting in the draft? So we did go through a lot of the scouting way back in week 1, and we targeted our national scout, and we can actually pop into the scouting real quick just to take a look at this. So that's not what I wanted. What did I want? Region breakdown? Is this what I wanted? So our national scout is focusing on interior offensive linemen. We've targeted center and guard as a need where center especially, we need to get better, but we also need to get younger. And then defensive tackle is probably another place that we're considering that we need to get younger, but we're not really focusing there much in the draft. All of our region scouts are focused on wide receivers, not because I feel that we have a super pressing need at wide receiver, but the draft class was very heavily wide receiver centric. So oftentimes where in scouting, I tend to just kind of go in the direction of where the draft class is strong rather than necessarily what my needs are. Because if you're wasting your scouts on a position where there's not a lot of talent, are you getting the most bang for your buck? Sometimes it's just better to take the best players that are available and then figure it out from there. So if we actually look at the prospects, and we're not going to dive too deep into this right now, but if we look at like say center, we don't have a lot of scouting information on these guys right now because that uptick in the scouting doesn't take place yet. But these 4 centers, they're listed as projected 1 to 2 rounds. In the first mock draft, they were all projected to go in the first round. And so we're not really too concerned with Campbell here because he's an agile archetype and we're looking for power. So we're really going to kind of focus on these 3 guys here, Alvarez, Tatum, and Ortega, as possibly our first round target. And then if we go, there's just a lot of wide receivers. So we're going to have a lot of information on wide receivers. Whether we go in that direction or not, I'm not sure yet. And then we may look to go defensive tackle with some of our focus, like our individual player scouting that we can do, to see maybe if there's a defensive tackle that we want to maybe take early between maybe one of these 3 guys. Don't know if maybe like the Thomas or Soto drop towards either late first round or early second or something like that. So that's kind of our thought on draft stuff at the moment. I tend not to worry too much on the scouting and the draft until we get closer towards the end of the season. I was even saying like I haven't been paying much attention to the news center, but in the last couple of weeks I haven't seen much in there. I haven't seen anything in there draft related. So if there's any draft stories that we need to pay attention to, we'll hopefully see it there. So we are going to start paying more attention to that. And that's actually a good segue. So let's go into the news center and let's see what's in here. So, breaking news story. So the Cowboys have locked up Pickens. They have extended Pickens. The Patriots have extended Mike Onwenu. The Packers have extended Josh Jacobs. 49ers have extended Dre Greenlaw. And the Falcons have extended Tyreek Hill. I think they might have picked him up in a trade. These persona things I'm not too worried about. Game recaps. We don't need to look at any of the game recaps. League preview. Do they have anything for us? This looks outdated because we're playing the Commanders. So this looks like it's got last week's stuff. Injury information. All the same transactions we just saw. So yeah, we'll make sure we keep an eye on the news center here, but right now I don't see a whole lot of value in any of this stuff. I never really paid a lot of attention to this before, but basically I think what I'll do is instead of doing a dedicated thing where I look into this, because that was kind of what I was thinking, is I'll take a peek in before we start recording for YouTube each week and see if there's anything draft related that I want to note, or if there's anything in here really worth looking at. So, yeah, we have no stories despite all the trades that we made. So there we go. No injuries to note. Just our two guys that are on IR. So I think we are pretty much ready to get into our next game. Let's just make sure we take a jot of the stats numbers as we're getting into week 10. So we want defense. So right now we are still leading the league in sacks with 31. And the Commanders are at 19. Oh, this is another one of our primetime games, so we're gonna do an alternate uniform. That's exciting. You know what? We are 9 weeks in, or 8 games in. So let's take a look at let's take a look at some of the stats. Usually we like to do this in some of the other football games that I play after every 4 games. So let's take a look. Let's take a look here. So I wish if there were numbers here, that would be great. But so we are total offense. We are near the bottom. 32, 1, 39, 8, 7, 6. We are 25th in total offense. Passing offense, we are 28th in passing offense. We are 6th in the league in rushing offense, so there's that. And these are raw numbers and not averages, so I don't really necessarily like these. So we might, you know what? I guess I'm not really super interested in because these aren't. I generally don't like the totals as opposed to averages, and I don't know why they haven't switched to this gone to averages yet, but yeah, you know what? Let's bypass. We're not gonna bother. We're not gonna bother with the stats. All right. So I think with that said, I think we are ready to play our Thursday night primetime game. But before we get to that, for those of you watching on Twitch, we are due for a break. So we are going to step aside real quick and take that break. And then when we come back, it'll be time for our Week 10 matchup against the Washington Commanders. So hang tight, guys. We will be back in about 3 minutes. All right. We're back. And it's time to get back into it. All right, we are ready for our Week 10 game against the Washington Commanders. So let's look at the tail of the tape, I suppose you could say. So a battle of 3 and 5 teams. They did defeat us earlier in the season. I don't remember exactly what the score was. 16-13. Was this the game? Was this no, this was not the game. I don't think this was the game where Dart was down at the 1 and fumbled. No, that was the Cardinals game. But this was another one where I think he had a interception or something late in the game when we had a chance to maybe tie it and go to overtime or something. So yeah, so let's see. Look at the number. Oh, McLaurin is injured. Oh, no, never mind. That's top players. I got excited. I was like, oh, their best receiver is injured. So we are scoring more points per game than they are. We are passing for a couple. I mean, essentially even in passing, our offensive passing. We are rushing for more than they are. They are holding opponents to fewer points. We are allowing 31 points per game. That's pretty gross. Now that the thing with that is that's not purely a defensive stat for us because I mean there's been pick sixes and things like and fumble returns for touchdowns. So I don't think that we can put that all on the defense, but yeah, the defense has let up some points. We are a bit better than them in both passing and rushing defense, but I guess does it matter if you're letting up more points per game? I don't think it does. On the injury front, they have a clean bill of health coming into this game, and we just have our 2 fellows who are on IR. So, battle of the basement dwellers in the NFC East coming at you on Thursday Night Football. Man, this is one of those games where everyone's like, this is our Thursday night primetime game. We got to watch these 2 teams. Yeah, you got to watch these 2 teams. All right, so because this is a Thursday night game, we are going to finagle with the uniforms a little bit. So we're home. So let's so last time we did this one, we're not doing Color Rush. I feel like we have to do this one. It's hideous looking. The pants, I think the pant color gets me the most out of this. Like, this wouldn't be the most offensive jersey in the world if the pants were like white. But this like tan pants or whatever you want to call it, like brown, like off brown, like brownish, light brown pants. I don't know, man. But all right, that's our uniform, and then let's see what we got for the Commanders. Wait, current alternate. We could do all white. 2020s away. They don't have. Oh, wow. So they won't even give them like Redskins throwback uniforms, huh? All right. So we either do, you know what? Let's do the, what's the difference between the current away? And then this is just all white. All right, let's just go with, I guess, these ones. That's interesting. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense if they change the name because they don't want they don't want it still be associated with the old logo and the old uniforms, I guess. All right, here we go.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
LT leading the charge again.
Week 10 already, hard to believe, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Giants.
God, those pants. They look like khakis. They look like it's like a khaki color.
Washington head coach Dan Quinn. His guys come in on a 2-game skid, hoping to turn things around. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys stuck in a bit of a losing streak right now, hoping the home fans could help them get out
A bit of a
this
losing streak, I'll say. All right, here we go. Thursday night primetime in Week 10. Here we go. Ooh.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as we'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
So Daniels is averaging under 200 yards a game.
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on some few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Commanders.
Daniels looking to throw. And this will be incomplete.
Nice pass breakup.
The football there on second down.
I think that was Reese. It's kind of hard to see some of the numbers on these jerseys because they're so small because they have to fit in that blue stripe.
Right side here, caught by Lane. They get 6. That'll leave.
I guess they're not appreciably smaller than the Commander ones, but they're definitely smaller. Oh, Daniels under pressure, and it's Abdul Carter.
Giants get there. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
These look like rugby jerseys.
And now the punter Tress Way as he sends this one away. Now Austin. Fighting his way through contact. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Here comes the Giants offense with their second-year QB lead.
They just listed him as having 19 passing touchdowns. This game is on drugs right now with these stats that they're showing.
Unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers.
Oh, we already got a flag.
The only he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets.
Look at that midfield logo.
Do they get a win?
The throw here, right sideline, falls incomplete.
That's a thing of beauty right there.
To throw his dart. And this will be caught by Mooney. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Giants first down.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterboo. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The numbers.
It really is hard to see the numbers on these guys when they're, until you see them a bit closer.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame, he was feeling pretty good.
Complete to Slayton.
Recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
First down, here's Scatterboo.
I keep looking at him and thinking, I'm like, wait, who's 22?
Ball on the 28-yard line.
Joe Cool says from a time when you needed to specify they were the football Giants instead of the baseball Giants. Yeah, I know.
Dart going to give to Scatterboo. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Pretty good job defensively.
Those helmets make me think of the Michigan Wolverines.
What it does is emphasize this
Obviously not the same colors, but that that pattern on the helmet.
offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result.
Joe Cool says retro on top, office casual on the bottom. That like khaki color. Oh, almost blocked again.
His kick here is good.
But it's good. Oh, we had an injury. Oh, it's not one of our guys. Those like khaki colored pants are like really like sending me. Like, come on, man. What are those?
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
Wait.
And he returns this to the 22. The Commanders' offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
The New York Giants used to play at the Polo Grounds. These uniforms look like polo things. You just associate with like polo.
They go play action. Daniels looking left side and he's got a man. That's Lane.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass.
Anyway, what do we got here? 3rd and 7.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Slings it out into the flats. Oh, makes a man miss. Oh, ball's on the ground. Oh, Washington recovers.
It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive.
Yeah, the numbers on these uniforms bother me. They're just so small.
On play action, here's Dart.
Oh, he gets rid of it out of bounds. Joe Cool says between the mallets and the horses, I think that'd be an unfair competitive advantage. But then it kind of gives you like, I feel like these guys should be riding horses and playing polo, yeah? With these uniforms,
But they'll say out of bounds.
they look like jockey outfits.
Base of 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Austin left side.
Well, that's not going to get the job done on 3rd down.
Well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one.
That midfield logo though is glorious. I don't care.
That one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone.
I wish their end zone they had a better end zone thing for these uniforms, like some super throwbacky looking things, but it's fine.
First down now. Looking to put a drive together. bootleg. It's Daniels. He's got Allen. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 22-yard line.
A first carry for Rashad White. And he is
Nice.
in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Now Daniels.
Got him.
Rush gets home as down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
That was Newbin on the safety blitz.
First quarter as he gets it away. On the return, Austin. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've dropped 5 straight coming in, so right now cherishing this lead. And they've got the football.
You're darn right we are, although we had a 10-0 lead at the end of the first in the last game, and see how well that worked out for us.
Give up the middle, Scatteroo.
Oh, spins off a guy.
Yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
An inside run with Scatteroo. And he's going to be brought
Face
down
mask?
with a face mask. Here come
Yep.
the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
Yes, sir. Every time.
They'll start on the ground with Scatteroo. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Now Dart.
Oh, he's got a man. Oh, he almost got there.
Make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it?
Scatteroo just right over the middle.
Or not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains.
Slanting out of the slot.
Got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now
Oh.
Tracy. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before.
Tracy just met as soon as he got the ball.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Dart keeps it.
Hold on to it. And he will push
Should have gave it to his fullback.
down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Now third and goal.
And we take it to the end of the first.
Entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
3-0. Entertaining start, huh? That's how you'd classify that? Okay.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from
I mean, I guess the game gave us a chance to talk about polo and how fantastic these uniforms are.
They'll try to throw for it with Dart.
Oh,
Is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
here comes the field goal attempt. A 20-yard chip shot.
Indeed good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that.
That's such a deceptive descriptor. Double their lead. Factually accurate, but doesn't have the impact that he would think it might.
That's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Looking to put a drive together. The drive begins with a carry by Krosky Merritt. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 2.
Hey, Rich, how are you?
At the 40
Here's Daniels.
Oh, screen.
The screen, Krosky married.
Man,
That play is blown up, losing yardage
he just
back at the 30.
didn't have to jump for that.
The offense on third down.
That's a first down with
0 for 3 to this
no
one. They could
problem.
use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Oh, they got the first down there.
Field, and he's got a man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge play there for Washington. And even 40 yards.
Little regulate playing there.
This offense finding its legs now.
We're gonna start having nightmares with these number 6s named Brown in our division.
Daniels gonna keep this
Oh, poor choice there. Edmonds just flattened him.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. And they'll send the tight end in motion. To the air goes Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd
Back to throw. Daniels. He'll swing this out to
Nice job, Newbin,
about the 20, but that
with
is
the
well
open
short.
field tackle to prevent the first down.
The Commanders going to bring out the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've had 3 so far.
But this
Wow.
is a football game, right?
Kicked it out of the end zone.
You like where I went with that? How about that?
I like it.
Jackson Dart leading the league in rushing yards for quarterbacks. Well, I guess he's got that going for him if nothing else is.
Anyone can break through with
And
a
right now,
touchdown.
nothing else is.
On the opposition.
On the ground, it's Scatterby.
Oh, go up the middle. There was a hole there, brother.
A lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that'll be in.
Man, just forcing it into coverage.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
From the gun, Dart.
Oh, is he going to run?
Gets into his left.
Sure is. Oh, he put the ball on the ground.
Oh, and one of the line.
He fought for the first down, but ended up costing him. Another turnover for Jackson Dart.
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Was he maybe down?
Comes Washington's offense to take over.
It's tough to tell from that replay.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't
Oh, it's under review.
want to kick. Most of them wanted to end with a
What do we think, guys? You make the call.
case of field
Oh, he's
goal,
down.
take it,
He's for sure down. This should be getting overturned.
which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases.
Knees down. He's still got the ball.
Happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with the kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So that one overturned.
Nice.
They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw.
Oh, boy. He airmailed that one.
That one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Trey Amos on the coverage.
Dart going to look to throw here.
Oh, God.
This one, and that's gonna be intercepted.
He was just bound and determined to give them the ball one way or the other.
Over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff.
No, he should have thrown the ball. He just should have thrown it to his guy. Just better throw. He just
Years, you noted, on the
missed
job
his
training.
receiver.
So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Brutal. It's just brutal.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. Off the play fake. Daniels.
He's got time. No, he doesn't have time, and it's Abdul Carter.
Sure the Giants get there. Abdul Carter. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Play action. Now it's Daniels.
Oh, Carter almost got him again.
He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something.
Joe Cole says the polo uniform confused him, so he threw it to the guy in a football jersey. Oh,
That one goes incomplete on
just bounced off the dude's hands.
That's one he definitely normally
Yeah. This is the problem when you wear alternate uniforms that you're not used to. Your quarterback doesn't remember which team he's on.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
All right. Oh, almost got a guy to jump again.
With a run by Tracy. Brought down around the
Tracy in there on 1st down, huh?
Some tough running, but couldn't free much.
Joe Cole says, I'm sure it's a well-documented fact that will require a little creative prompting to get AI to agree with us.
Bodies there. That's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay.
Oh, that was almost another pick. It's a little known fact that's why that the Dallas Cowboys wear their white jerseys even when they're at home, so their quarterback just sees the same white jerseys whether they're home or away and knows who's on his team. Someone's going to be like, wow, I never knew that.
He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him...
Really? We had a face mask on that?
So tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Daniels going to give to Krosky Merritt. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Tyler Newman on the stop. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Giants' 40-yard line.
And little room to maneuver.
Nice job,
He gets it down to about the
Jermaine
5
Edmonds.
line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's
He's a
gonna
tackling
bring
machine.
them down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Daniels looking to throw. He's got his receiver, Lane. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
1st down, Washington.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Oh, another drop.
Now a 2nd and 10.
That was Holland coming off the corner with the safety blitz, but
To throw is Daniels. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play.
that was rough. He lost his forward progress because he didn't go down on the first hit. Daniels, oh, should have been picked off.
Clean. Oh, he did everything to hold on to it, but a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle.
He got it.
Tie things up at 6-6. So back even at
We got ourselves a barn burner here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This here Thursday. This is one of those games right now that people would be complaining so much about it. They're just like, Thursday night football. We got to watch these two scrub teams. They're just kicking field goals. It's 6 points each because we're getting ready to go into the half. What a terrible primetime game.
But they're kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus
Well, batted down at the line.
quick throw there is incomplete.
Nick Cross there defensively.
They'll run from the gun with Scatterby.
And he'll work this one out to about the 38.
The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Third and
To throw, Dart.
Ooh,
And that's going to be incomplete.
I don't know how that popped up.
To jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Joko says there'd be a Tom Grossi, or is it Grossi? It looks like Grossi. Skit on Friday about Amazon's customer service fielding complaints about the game. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots.
You call this prime?
Touchback. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just
Grossi. All right, thank you.
Described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on
Man in motion.
they don't even want to see the field goal.
The give to the back. Miss the old sports talk engine. It was so good. For its time, it was amazing.
Goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
at the 18-yard line.
They go
Play action.
Daniels. Man open left side is Brown. Just a gain.
Edmonds out wide making the tackle there.
To the full 10 yards.
2 yards. And it's third.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Pocket collapsing finally, and he goes down.
He goes. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Tressway on 4th down is in out to punt.
Preserving the 2-minute warning, where it's just going to be a.
A minute 55.
So if we don't call the timeout there, you go to the 2-minute. See, I think that's a bad timeout.
The Giants offense at
The clock's going to stop after the punt anyway, and you're saving what you saved 2 seconds. So it'd be 153 with 3 timeouts instead of 155 with 2.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge. because
Nice
they're
grab there
trying to
by Mooney.
that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Darnell Mooney. No gain on the play. Brings up
Here's
2nd
Dart.
and 10.
There goes.
Oh, he's launching one deep to the end zone. Ah,
Incomplete.
Slayton couldn't come down.
Trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Looking to throw, Dart. Able to slither
Oh,
by.
first down. Joe Cool says, how often has anyone cared about how many timeouts they have at the end of the half? I'm sure it's happened, but I can't. Well, no, if you're wanting to put points up before the end of the half, you want all your timeouts. You don't want to use one. Again, we use the timeout to save effectively 2 seconds. That's a poor use of a timeout.
To the air, Dart. And this will be caught by Mooney. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
There's the
And able to get him down, but he does.
down to the 5. Clock still running. We still have 1 timeout.
So far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Now throwing again. Here's Dart. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I got super nervous when I saw that ball come out of his hands.
5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Dart. And he will take
Touchdown, Darius Slayton. That's his first touchdown catch of the year.
Darius Slayton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have taken the lead No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 points.
An actual touchdown. Everybody celebrate.
Touchdown by the New York Giants. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. From the end zone, here comes Williams.
Oh, nice tackle.
The football right at the 20-yard line.
And the Commanders are just going to take a knee, and we're going to go into halftime.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it.
The reader wanted to try and get him.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night.
Hey, look at that.
We go off to Orlando. And
When was the last time we actually had the lead at halftime?
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything.
I love the halftime report and the music that they use for these. Week 3, it sounds about right.
Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
These are like the same songs that they used to use on NFL primetime. They used to be my favorite thing. You watch football all day on Sunday, and then you'd watch NFL primetime to see all the highlights for the games you couldn't see.
Okay, Scott,
Oh, it's so good.
And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. Looking to put a drive together. And they'll run it here.
Oh, and look at that, the spin.
This one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Jet sweep. Actually, like, I just remember how awful that play was in Madden 25. Just every time we would see a jet sweep run, it would just be a disaster. Oh, play action. Get rid of it, dude. Oh, my God. I thought he was going to throw another interception there.
Winds up incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing his dart. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively.
Oh, my goodness. Call for a fair catch, dude.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense set to take over again. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Daniels. That's going to be.
Oh, man.
It's the rookie from Clemson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
That's not what you want to see there.
And the Commanders' 1st down.
On 1st down, here's Krosky Merritt. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now flags.
Delay of game.
Delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
So that flag will set him
Too
back
much
5
motion,
yards.
too late in the play clock.
Here's Daniels. A throw left side, hauled in by Lane.
Daniels pass.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
That's not what you want to see as a wide receiver when you come catching a pass like that and you just see there's a linebacker in front of you. You're like, oh no. Unless you can make a miss, it's going to hurt.
Daniels.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't
Is that, it might have been Newbin who broke that up. I can't tell. Can't tell with these numbers sometimes. I couldn't tell if that was 27 or 22. That'll bring the punt unit on as the Giants defense holds firm.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Nifty move. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That might be Fields' first catch. That might have been his first NFL catch for a 1 yard, or in this game, since he's a rookie.
Scadaboo going to run it out of the gun. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
They know that old
Gotta average more than 1 yard per play if you want to get a first down.
I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the
Comes
same
the blitz.
on that play.
Well, he completed it, but not going to be there for the first down.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far.
Good coverage.
The Washington offense set to take over.
And Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
The drive will begin with a run by Krosky Merritt.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17.
Can the defense keep it going? Look, they've only allowed 13 rushing yards through 2.5 quarters. Oh, Burns hits him as he throws.
Incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Daniels.
Ah, come on.
35 before he's taken down.
You have him in 3rd and 10, and then you let him convert.
20 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
On 1st down, it's Krosky Merritt. To about the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 8.
They at least got that one off without a delay.
They will run with White out of the shotgun.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels.
Oh, he gets free.
And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near
Thought we had him. Thought we had him.
6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's to Lane. He's got it outright. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
I mean, they picked up a few third downs, so we don't want to get too excited from it. Oh, that's all right. That's good.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Daniels. A short throw
Nice.
taken in by a contact.
There we go, defense.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now.
So they forego the 62-yard field goal attempt.
And it's out of bounds. Now
Ooh,
we'll
out
see
at the
what
8.
side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over.
Oh, Dart holds on to it. Face mask?
Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage?
Wow,
in
another
field
face
position?
mask.
And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So that a free 15 yards.
And it's always a tough one as a defender because a lot of the penalties that you commit, pass interference, holding, when they happen, you actually know what you're doing. But a face mask penalty, a lot of times it's inadvertent, but it still costs you the same amount of yardage.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton.
Offensive holding.
Just shy of the 45. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the hold.
Took a good play off the board. Thanks a lot.
Dart.
Oh, Dart taking off.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Interesting when they choose to slide sometimes and when they don't.
It'll be 2nd and a couple.
At the 24-yard line.
2nd and a couple, 2nd and 12.
Dart going to look to throw here.
He's got his man,
Caught by
Slayton.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a giant 1st down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
At the 41-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll give it to Scannaboo. And they will get him down behind the line, but oh, a penalty flag comes in late.
Another
And
face
they had
mask.
the face mask.
Wow.
That's a big letdown defensively. They had him stop behind the line, but the face mask going to bail the offense out.
And the hand does not have to be up there for too long. Just a little bit of a grab is going to be enough to get the call and the 15 yards against them.
Here's Dart. And
Ugh.
this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Running left is Tracy. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain.
Well, that should bring us into the 4th quarter.
3rd down.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh, the juke. Oh, Slayton with the spin.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Dart from the gun on 3rd down.
Oh, almost had it. You mean to tell me that our offense is struggled on 3rd down? Please tell me more.
As he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted
Spotted at the 14-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. See if they can.
Why would you flash the red zone efficiency stat there when they're taking over at their own 14-yard line?
A ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now 2nd and 9. White, he'll try the left side.
Oh, man. Come on.
Get this all the way to midfield, marking down at the 49. It's a gain of 34.
But partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back.
Fourth quarter of a close game, you would expect the crowd to be a little bit louder than it was just showing there, but
on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
this has all the makings of a problematic drive.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
To throw is Daniels.
Uh-oh.
Powering his way forward. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a
Oh, I thought we were going to have
first
some kind of a glitch there.
down. Krosky Merritt fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2?
Oh, jumbo formation here. Oh! Pulled him down by the face mask. That was obvious. But he got to him, I think, before he was even going to hand off.
Charles, they're trying to protect this lead.
Man.
Those are the types of mistakes.
That's now half the distance to the goal. And a 1st down.
Which is exactly what that penalty does.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in with Krosky Merritt. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Try to punch it
Nice.
in with Krosky Merritt. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll wind up
Is Micah McFadden.
and now it's 3rd down.
I don't like the fact that they don't have someone covering that slot receiver. And now we got another guy going out there and no one's going with him.
They'll look to throw on 3rd.
Oh, they got him on the blitz, though. Burns.
Sacked at the 10. Brian Burns in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And this one
I
is
thought
right
for sure we were allowing a touchdown on that drive with the way things were going.
anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he'll be stopped.
Do we have another face mask coming here?
The penalty marker down. Here's the call.
Wow. That's the 6th face mask penalty in this game, the 4th on Washington.
Lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
To throw his dart. He's going to loft this
Oh,
one.
he launches it. He's got him open.
This is caught inside the 15.
He caught it, but he stepped out of bounds. If he hit him in stride, that was a touchdown.
The 15.
Oh, man.
That's a well-thrown ball right there.
That is not a well-thrown ball there.
Because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline, and that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, he'll work free from one
Oh, man. If we don't score a touchdown here, man, that's going to be something that we potentially look at as a super missed opportunity.
They'll fake the give.
There we go. Touchdown, Theo Johnson.
For a giant touchdown. Theo Johnson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Hey, let's not count our chickens before they hatch here. What a low throw right through the line.
Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead.
It's wild to expect your receiver to see the ball coming through the line like that.
Scoring summary, three-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Looking to put a drive together. Daniels looking to throw. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 37-yard line.
They fire out quickly here to Lane. And they will only...
Brown didn't want to throw a block for him, apparently.
38.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
That's a little embarrassing for Arvell Reese, huh?
Nation's capital earlier in the year with the Commanders picking up the win at Northwest Stadium. So they're looking for another win here at MetLife Stadium to take the season series to zip. And he can't get away from the pressure.
All right, Reese just made up for it.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
And down he goes again. 7th sack. Sacks are still high. I mean, ChatGPT was like, "Oh, it's all right. I think it's okay," but I think it's still high.
This pass rush, we've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's the backup Mariota.
Oh, Mariota's in.
Lost the football. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player.
Oh, Burns is now hurt.
Some attention. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field.
Oh my God, we gave up a 4th and 31.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
It's wild to me.
Play on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Mariota going to run the option right. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
4th and 31.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Up the middle, it's Krosky Merritt. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mariota.
Oh my God.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Mariota. And he'll be brought
Double
down
spy there was like, nope.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Being chased out left. It'll go as a sack for a loss of a yard, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Third down and goal.
3rd and goal, Mariota.
Knocked down.
And it's going to wind up incomplete.
Paulson Adebo.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me,
Take the field
at this
goal.
stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And out a little across the
Hey, here we go.
The 27. The Giants offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Looking to put a drive together.
So they still have all 3 of their timeouts plus a 2-minute warning. So we need more than just a first down here.
First down, here's Scatterby.
But that certainly helps.
Taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
38-yard line.
And once again, it's Scatterby. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, get under center.
Now a toss left side for Scatterby. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game.
Yeah, I don't think you can just run here.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down.
That's all right. Even if we don't get the first down. Oh, we got the first down. That's the game right there. Let's go. I didn't think he got there, but he got the spot.
The final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we
Victory formation. We haven't seen this in a while.
as they look to try and finish this one off. 2nd and 11 now. Dart going to give the
I think you realize we can't just kneel it down 3 times.
tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of...
So we actually have to snap the ball on 4th down.
Throw out to the perimeter. Maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
We should not be punting.
Out their punter now, as he'll come on.
We certainly should not be punting with 7 seconds left. Oh my goodness. Computer clock management in this game. 5-game losing streak is over.
Something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact.
My God, his eye black is just so douchey.
For that last opportunity, couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
All right, 20-19, our final.
It's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll get another
So
next week as the
total offense was pretty
Jaguars
much
are down.
identical, 250 to
Meanwhile, for
248.
Washington, their season is
Neither
unlike
team rushed for over 100
support
yards.
zone
Neither
at
team passed for
3-6.
over 200
And
yards.
they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis,
Only the one
I'm
turnover.
Button. Thanks for watching, everybody.
This was just
See you next time.
offensive ineptitude. Penalties were big there. 6 penalties for 70 yards. Let's see. So Dart, 15 of 31, 48% completion percentage. Yikes. 2 touchdowns. Only the 1 interception, though. That's the important part. Scatterboo, 16 carries for 44 yards. I wonder if the run blocking change was a big factor, because averages were definitely down on both sides. So 1 game sample size is not enough. Let's see. So Jalen Lane, 10 catches for 65 yards. Neighbors had that one long one that should have been a touchdown if Dart made a better throw. Two and a half sacks for Abdul Carter, 2 for Arvell Reese. I mean, we only had the one. Oh no, we had 2 touchdowns, but there were no defensive or special teams scores in that one outside of field goals. So there we go. 20-12 win over the Commanders. We get our win back against them. And with that, we climb out of the basement in the NFC East. We now move into 3rd place at 4-5. Oh, I moved my space. That's why that got so wacky. 4-5 record on the season.